Yeah, it's the old curiosity shop, and it is amazing, man. Like the way he, because he wrote serially, right? So like every
Yes.
month he's putting in another chapter,
Well,
and that's not changing after it comes out.
serially, which is really a horrible word to have to pronounce, but he wrote in serials to the point where they were like knocking on the door. Mr. Dickens, because they were published weekly in a paper, so
Yeah,
people followed it in the paper, and they needed it. We're going to press, and we need the next chapter. It was, each week was a chapter, and he'd be coming. He'd be finishing it up just as they were knocking on his door to get the transcript to put in the paper.
yeah, yeah.
So that's how the book was written.
This is the level of genius. He's the Shakespeare of prose to me.
It says something about working under pressure.
Well, it does, but
For some
also,
people, it does make them better.
But what's amazing is the fact that he could, because he has very intricate plots, with this character.
Oh, of course.
You find out in the first chapter, it doesn't really pay off to the 15th chapter. Like all the stuff that he has to work out before he starts on that first one. Okay, I got that one done. Now I go to the next one. And then sometimes he'd have two going at the same time, and he'd be putting on little theater performances with his kids at home, and he'd be, such a massive amount of creative output. He was the Beatles of his era.
What was his personal life?
In terms of his creativity.
What was his personal life like?
Well, he had a wild personal life because he had a wife he was with like 40 years, and they had like 10 kids. And then he fell in love when he was like maybe 50 or something.
A young man.
Yeah, relatively young man. Fell in love with this 18-year-old girl.
There are 25-year-olds going, these assholes think 50 is young.
Right. Well, I wasn't trying to say he was young, but I was just trying to say, because I think he died at 58 or something, or maybe younger, 52.
So, okay, so
but like
with the same woman,
he fell in love with this 18-year-old girl. He kicks his wife of 30 years to the curb, and then but by the way, none of this is actually 100% known. There's only conjecture, but all the evidence leads us to believe that this girl went to France and they had her stay there, what she's becoming more and more obvious. And then there was trouble in the birth, the baby died. But he'd already kicked his wife to the curb, and any of his kids who talked to his wife, I'm not talking to you anymore. Like, he got weird at the end.
Did he get with the 18-year-old after they lost the baby?
I think they were together, but it was never publicly. It was everybody was talking about.
Maybe it was just like a situationship, like when I'm working on a new book, I'm not gonna have time for you. Okay, okay. I'm Charles Dickens, bitch. So when I'm there. Okay, but I'm kind of a big deal in the literary world.
The biggest?
Yeah.
No, but can you imagine like that maybe that's how he talked.
Have you cracked Great Expectations?
Oh yeah.
Oh, you have.
It's just a masterpiece. It's that might be my. Well, I don't know. They're all so great.
So
I read the Pickwick Papers. Man, I think I've read probably 10 of his books. And I got the next one queued up.
So what is it? Like if you had to say to somebody like quickly, like what is it that gets you so much about him?
Well, I mean, this guy packs more in one sentence than anyone ever did. I mean,
Of what?
Just more, emotional impact and value and descriptive genius. Like the way he could describe things and people and differentiate between the characters and get you excited about and the plots are so, you're just on the edge of your seat with a book.
You want to know? I know. A book. What is this book? I mean, we're very close to that. Where
there'll be no books anymore.
Well, I mean, a large part of the population reads zero.
Just listens it.
The idea of a book is something that's very alien to them. And they're not even shy about making jokes about it. That like a book, they are not the generation that has that kind of attention span. They were raised on phones and shit, and it's just not going to happen. So there'll always be 10, 20% of people who will be into everything a little, of more intellectually nutritious value. But most people, like, a book is just not something. Maybe, kind of a self-help book or some, picture book.
So you think most people
Yeah,
don't really just read?
People are beyond it.
You say more than 50% of the population.
You know how I know? I love this guy. I don't know him well, but we started to be friends. He's a comic, Nate Bargatze. He's huge now.
Oh, yeah. Very handsome young guy. Yeah. One of your boyfriends, huh? You never talk about your fucking boyfriends. Oh, I know who you're talking about. Very funny, very cute.
Okay. We'll be right back. No. No, but I see what you're saying. He did this bit I saw him on Saturday Night Live. I never seen him before. And it was all about, like, books and, like, how preposterous it was that, so many words and can't we have a break where I get to a page where there's nothing on it, And the crowd was loving it. And that's when I said, okay, this is very relatable to, who's in the crowd at SNL. You've hosted it. It's young people mostly, 20s, 30s, and to them that's very relatable. A book just too thick, too many words. Just I scroll. I don't read. I scroll. This is the scrolling. And that's just how it. History unfolds. That's how it has unfolded. What do we do? How do we deal with it? That's the question now. How do we deal with it? How do we deal with AI? What are your thoughts on AI, Woody Harrelson?
I don't know how to even, expose myself to that subject while I'm in such a deep level of sadness at what you just told me. Like,
about what?
The thought that people don't read and that's a thing of the past.
It is.
That really, it's such a big part of my life. I read many times a day.
Yeah,
like I read in the night a couple of times.
I do too.
I'm constantly, first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
Like thought of not reading,
because we're old.
It's like weird,
Yeah,
man.
me too. I know, we're old. That's what we do.
But that's an old thing? Reading is an old thing?
That's
like
what I'm trying to tell you. It's exactly what I'm trying to tell you.
That's what I'm getting. That's what I'm getting.
It's an old thing. Just like you saw Chalamet got in all that trouble because he said opera and ballet. I don't want movies to become like opera and ballet where it's, just a very small group of people who go and they got all this shit. You must know this.
Oh, I heard about that, yeah.
You heard about it?
Yeah, well, I mean, I just heard
So,
briefly, I don't know.
So, I would defend him. First of all, do we have to pick apart every fucking thing? No, we don't have to, but everyone does. And it's not untrue. I mean, ballet, do you go to the ballet? I don't. Do you go to the opera? I don't. A select small group of people still love it? Fantastic. You will go. And by the way, you pay for it because, you can get a lot of money for things like symphony orchestras because that's the arts, and the arts are good. And good people give to good causes, and that is good. I don't think it's good when we give money to fucking rich fuck. That's something you're watching in tuxedos. I'm subsidizing this? No. Okay. Fuck you. No.
But you really have made cynicism the ultimate humor. Like you made it. It's beautiful. I love you. I love that you can be cynical but so funny at the same time.
Oh, thank you. I love you too. What were we talking about?
The arts.
Oh yeah, the arts.
The ballet. We're fucked
the arts.
up.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Okay.
The arts.
I realize now we're fucked up.
Ballet and opera, and I'm sure they're both very beautiful. But not my taste. I was raised middle class, and you're a fucking hillbilly. I mean, it's just really far This is really far afield from you. I mean, I at least knew what the opera was.